Hello, my name is Savage Brick, and today I'm going to be going over my 32:12 world record speedrun in Spore I just achieved yesterday.
It's always the first minute and a half that gets me.
I'm going to be doing some unscripted commentary over the original stream, so you will hear my initial reaction in the background. So we start off with Cell Stage, nothing really special here. Well, at least for the start. Anyway, the first minute of Cell Stage is the same as the old routes. There have been quite a few route changes in the last 2 years since I got that 3259. And the first is coming up in Cell Stage. Also, you may note that I have a keyboard input displayer now. Now, ignore anything I do on the number pad, because that's just for the splits. That's not for the actual game itself. So, coming up on this next level, I will try to find a booster cell, kill one of them, so I can get the jet part. The jet part comes in handy when getting...
Good pace, good pace.
Yeah, that is a good pace. Jet part comes in handy, as you'll see coming soon. And if you recall, the jet part gives you a short, quick burst of speed. And there's actually a glitch we can do. If you use a main call, you can actually preserve that short burst of speed, so you can go swim around really fast.
I thought that would make me go fast. Okay.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have called mate there.
Wow, that type doesn't get cut out.
Yeah, that is one of the...
That's not part of the load remover.
That part of the load doesn't get removed from the final time, so... Now you get the Cilia. As you can see there, that's the boost preserve trick I mentioned earlier. Now the Cilia, the booster really isn't required for full game runs, but the Cilia is absolutely required because without the Cilia, a lot of parts won't be unlocked when you get into creature stage. And also it makes your cell turn a lot faster, so having both the jet and the Cilia is a really nice combination. But we do have to go out of our way to get 2 parts, so... I estimate if I do get the parts fast enough, it could be good enough for a world record with this route. Now here I have to get the electric parts.
Oh boy.
For a creature stage later, as we'll see. This will give me my creature charm. And the reason why I use a cell part instead of a creature part is because I don't want to just do a part unlocks, which I will get into later. This part I like to call the meat factory, because just look at that.
It's a nice pace.
Now, I don't actually want to get near one of my mates and actually get into the editor, because I will lose some time.
No.
And here I need a maw without any real predators around. And so that was really good luck there. So the final...
Wow, what a cell stage.
So the final time for Cell Stage was 3:37, which was pretty dang good. That would be
Not 3:30, but I'll take it.
good enough for 6th place on the leaderboard for the most run category of Spore, which, considering we had to go out of our way to get 2 parts, is pretty good. I would also like to note that I turned off the in-game music. Yeah, I did that. So I got Omnivore in Cell Stage, which gives me a really useful consequence ability known as Summon Flock, which basically gives you 3 to 5 free posse members. And here I can just kind of jump around and skip a bunch of animations, which allows me to ally these really fast. I always make sure to ally the alphas, because even though Cilia does mean you unlock most of the parts, you still will not have one of the weapons unlocked by default. And if it's that, if it's the striker part, then I have to reset. And it'll actually do something with the summon flock glitch soon. There's a freaking quick mate.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I said thank God for that, because previous run I got killed when I didn't have that part unlocked. Here I put on the hand in a specific way to make sure I don't unlock higher versions of that part. And I do the same with the wing, at least I try to. And the reason why I don't want to unlock a higher level hand is because, well, I have better things to unlock, and it's kind of just a waste of time if I'm unlocking other parts. Alright, so here I save and exit, and the reason why I do this, I open my Sporepedia, and I'm going to add 3 creatures to my Sporepedia. Now, it's all... You're not allowed to have creatures in your Sporepedia at the start of runs, because that's what the category rules are. It's supposed to be like if you had a fresh download of Spore. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this is for Summon Flock. The default Summon Flock creatures that you can get,
Probably meant to move.
it's between, I think, around 9 Maxis creatures, and they're all, none of them are all that strong.
That's a nice one.
And you can create a much better, much stronger Summon Flock creature with as much as 3 attack and 3 social skills in every category. And what I do there is I actually pause, and if you click on a creature and then jump, it actually gives you a boost towards that creature. And while the game is paused, you can actually jump twice, so that's how that glitch works. And as you can see, those creatures I just created are now part of my flock. And here I did lose a bit of time, having to find some good nests. One thing to note, while I'm doing the pause boosting, the fly boosting, is that I hold down click. And what that allows me to do...
What was that second part I am? Oh, my wings! How?
What that allows me to do is kind of just hover around real quickly.
Creepy weapon. Oh, foot. Ah.
Now, my trick to non-unlock wings kind of didn't work there. Oh, what I'm doing there is I'm clicking on the mini-map, which allows me to move while I'm socializing. Now, the only parts I really need to unlock are higher level strike and higher level foot.
Parts somehow.
Now, you will always unlock a mouth first, and then you will unlock the higher versions of parts you already have. Except when you put them on in a weird way, like I did earlier.
Alright.
Oh, you may notice, I'm trying to explain everything here, and there's not a lot of time to do so. You may see in my splits I skipped those 2, because the route change means that those no longer apply. I think I'll fix those splits for the next run. So here I move from socializing to attacking. And you may notice I didn't add spit to my creatures, which is mostly for the benefit of posse members. If they have spit, they'll usually sort of hang back, and if they don't have spit, they'll usually just charge right in, as you can see them doing. And after 2 minutes, the summon flock, the flock creatures run out, and they all run away, which happens right around now. Combat really isn't anything special, it's just spamming the 1 and 3 keys
Ran out, so.
until they die. And here I'm actually going to make a nest that's not my own. That, well, wasn't my original one. And that's part of the new route. Is that you you don't have to backtrack all the way back to your nest. I still
We unlocked level 4 wings. God.
I didn't, actually. But that's a concern that I could have unlocked a much better part other than wings. Now here, I'm actually going to boost towards the nest and then activate my flock. I don't want to activate my flock first because I need my flock to follow with me, and if I go too fast, they'll be really far behind, they'll have to catch up.
Really? This is a dud.
Yeah, I get really angry here because this is what I like to call a dud nest, which means there aren't enough creatures in this nest to extinct them all.
So freaking annoying.
Because you need to kill 5 of them to extinct them, and there are only 3 there. You'd think if you kill all the creatures in the nest, that means the nest is extinct, but no. You see, they all sprint at once. That's really awesome. That's the real benefit about adding a lot of summon flock creatures. The reason why I add 3 is because each time I activate summon flock, it'll pick between one of the 3 creatures, because it prioritizes custom user-made creations over Max's ones. And here I get a part to get the mouth out of the way. One thing I absolutely need to unlock, I don't need to unlock level 5 strike, but what I absolutely need to do is unlock level 5 speed through a really high level foot before I go into tribal stage, because then my tribe members go faster. And as you can see there's a rogue, and it's much faster to actually ally the rogues instead of killing them. As you can see, I'm unlocking a bunch of useless mouths because I don't have any other parts to unlock.
Hello. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the epic because the epics are bad news. I want to avoid the epics at all costs.
That's the second one, okay.
They absolutely have no benefit to the speedrun.
Quite a while.
And here my flock is going, so I'm going to boost using a creature behind that hill. Nice trick shot. And here I get to migrate. Now, I gotta add one more to my pack, and since I'm far enough along that it'll trigger a second migration when I mate. And an also benefit of mating is that the recharge time for summon flock is reset.
I almost didn't put that on. Okay.
Usually you have to wait for 5 minutes to use summon flock again, but
Alright, need one high level nest.
after mating you do it right away.
Do for some.
Now there was actually a mistake here. I shouldn't have sprinted right away. I should have boosted to a good nest, but it works. And the reason why I'm targeting these mad nests is that they give you a lot more, is that they're relatively easy to kill. You know, they have 25 health by default, and usually at this level they wouldn't give you that much DNA, but
that's not a rogue.
since they're angry nests, then give you the same amount of DNA no matter what part of the game you kill them in. Here I do need to, I'm targeting a high level nest because I need to kill some alphas for a high level part. Specifically foot is what I really need.
Oh, no alphas.
Yeah, I'm looking for alphas, I couldn't find them. Now, I didn't realize it while I was doing the run, but my keyboard input display is actually covering up the progress bar. But I'm able to see how far away. There are little marks for every 100 DNA you need, and you need 1,000 DNA to pass creature stage. And I knew I was close enough that I could just ally, get 100 DNA, and then just go to my nest, and not have to finish off that nest.
I just need to migrate. Should be good.
And I need to migrate to a place near water for Civ stage and tribal stage. It's also fairly helpful, but not required.
Okay.
Now, I forgot to get rid of my wing there before tribal stage, which I suspect may have lost a bit of time.
Real good.
I suspect may have lost a bit of time, but I'm not actually sure.
Wow, 1256 out of creature stage. That's insane.
I feel like if your tribe members have wings, then it slows them down in a few ways. Like when they're putting in food, they have to, if they're midair, they have to land. That takes a bit. And here, I only need to. There's actually a trick with the.
Wait, nope.
There's a new trick in tribal stage which comes real handy at the beginning here, which you will see after I put on some stat increasing parts. And so here I will create a baby. You know, love in the net, love in the hut. Don't know exactly who's doing the love there, but yeah, see there, if I change the graphics settings, it replays the animation, meaning I get an extra baby every time I do that. So that really speeds things up. And there I'm actually making them walk too, which makes them a bit
Get rid
faster.
of the wings. That's okay. It shouldn't.
Now I'm actually going to keep my
That bad.
chieftain back while I befriend the first tribe. I'm going to be befriending all the tribes because that's the fastest way to do it. As you'll see here, I'll actually be able to befriend the first tribe without having my chief there,
Now, where's this first tribe going to spawn?
which is useful because it allows me to have my chief gather food for a bit longer.
It's over here.
It also allows me to get a head start on hitting there. So here I'm going to position my chief at that part. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to activate my consequence trait for flying fish, which allows me to befriend without my chief being there. Here I can actually go back and forth and do multiple stuff. And another benefit this also gives you is that it gives you free food on the ground. That's easy to collect. One big time loss potential in tribal stage is going to be with epics.
How?
Yeah, I didn't think I would save that much time, but
Hard stage. I guess under the current round, tribal stage will probably be hardest.
here I got a bit distracted and didn't get the
Did I?
baby duping in time, so I lost a bit of time there.
Oh, I didn't do it in time. No. All right, that's going to be a real time loss. How's this run going? Pretty well, as you can see.
I'm talking to chat there. Tribal
That's a goal
stage.
by 16 seconds.
Yeah. Now, tribal stage is probably the stage in this run that I could probably improve the most. Now, out of the 3 tribes there, the first one we're going to ally is the one with the orange face. And the reason why we do that is because if you ally the one with the orange face first, then you will not unlock didgeridoos until later. Oh, there's another mistake.
What? What? How?
Yeah, tribe member's not supposed to act like that.
So, these guys first.
Alright, now you may notice my sum of best time is now down to 25:50, which will actually get lower by the end of the run. But I don't believe it's entirely accurate because losing time in one segment can save time in the next segment. I mean, I would estimate more accurate sum of best would be around 28 minutes. You know, especially for tribal stage. The splits in tribal stage
Please don't get in
are
the way. Please don't get in the way.
more there for reference.
Please don't get in the way.
I'm not actually losing this much time because I'm probably going to save it back fairly soon. Now, to finish tribal stage, we only need a grand total of 125 food. And from this point, we need 25 food, so I'm just going to send my 2 members out with their gathering.
Shoot. Oh, just barely in time.
Yeah. If you have your camera away for too long, they won't actually show you the icons, even though they're asking for it. So, got a bit lucky there. And thankfully, there's always going to be an epic attacking a tribe in tribal stage. And thankfully, this one is attacking one that I've already allied. Oh, and there's no more fish, so... Now I'll send one of my tribe members out to the pink village to try to get them to calm down. There, I put my gatherers back because I'm going to need them to join the band pretty soon. Here I'm actually able to select all my tribe members without... If they are not part of the band, then they don't actually do anything.
What the? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Here I actually...
Oh my god, the last village is really far away.
Yep, that's some big time loss. I'm gonna need to route that out further.
To didgeridoos.
Find out a way to predict where the final tribe is going to be located. I think there should be an easy way. I think I could just look over a bunch of runs on the leaderboards and see where their final tribes end up. Because I'm not sure if it's a consistent location or not. And honestly, I probably should check because I did lose a bunch of time in this run from having to run all the way across the map to get to that last village.
I don't have time to look at chat because I'm in the middle of a race.
Yeah, at this point in the run, I was getting kind of nervous because
This is really good. Might not be so good once.
here I'm actually going to try to do a trick to lure one of the tribe members out further away from the
Last
village.
is really far away.
As you'll see, it kind of works, but in a different way than what I intended. But yeah, I was saying I was getting quite nervous at this point in the run because this run hadn't been, the record hadn't been beaten for 2 years, so. Yeah, I'd estimate that probably around a minute time save I can get in this stage from this run.
Yeah, I am running on a new planet.
Yeah, well, what I meant there is I'm running on a different planet layout from the one I usually did when I got my 3259. There are 15 types of planet layouts, and I messed up there.
Oh, I pressed the wrong.
That was a big mistake. There are
Nerves. The nerves.
15 different planet layouts, and this one I picked because I liked it for Creature Stage. And it's also fairly fast in Civ Stage, but not the fastest in Civ Stage. Yep, that's it. Final tribal time, 9:34. That's not too great, I'd say. I got in a low 8-minute run in practice, and now I'm on the Civ stage, where there have been small additions to the route, but the route is still mostly the same as it's always been.
Just need to not choke this.
Yeah, I actually do get quite nervous because I actually did have another run that was ahead going to Civ stage, and I lost a minute and a half in Civ stage. Mostly because I didn't actually get the final nest spot right. Now I actually know where the first city is going to spawn because of the lines on the continent itself. The first city is actually going to spawn where my second to last nest migration was. And I'm trying to circumvent an epic that I saw behind the hill. Because epics, they will instantly kill your vehicles, and they're really quite annoying to deal with. So now I take over the city. I'm actually going to create a strong vehicle to take it over with. This is a new part of the route. Really isn't that much to explain here. Except that... Oh yeah, there's a trick in the Sporepedia where I use my arrow keys. If there's an enemy vehicle around where my vehicles are trying to take it over, that'll be a major slowdown.
Oh, another economic one.
Yeah, 2 economic cities in a row. That's kind of rare. Now, as you can see, some of the cities are actually visibly larger than the other ones, and the larger ones... That was a mistake.
Wow, I accidentally clicked on my splits there.
The larger ones take longer to take over. And here you actually see an enemy vehicle is approaching, which will be a major slowdown. Here, while my
that's a bad sound.
while my cars are taking those over, I'm going to move my boats over. I'm going to get some boats and move them over to where I believe a city will spawn.
Come on. Okay.
I actually moved them in the wrong spot for this run, so that's another mistake I can fix. It's actually, the fastest civ route doesn't involve buying any aircrafts at all. And I'm not going to bother making a new vehicle for water capture, so I'm just going to use the strongest Maxis one they have. Here I want to be taking over as many cities at once as possible. And the thing about these cities is that you can see I'm already taking them over, but the progress isn't actually going up because I haven't actually... You have to some of the cities you actually have to look at and zoom in on before they start taking over. And there I switched my vehicle slightly early because they do preserve speed for a little bit after you've changed it.
They're taking over surprisingly slow. 3 there? Wow. I had to get one.
That's not even... I don't even think that's a... I don't even think that's a military city. So here I encountered a glitch where if you take over 2 cities at once, one of them won't be taken over. Now here I just need to wait for the last city to surrender, which is kind of a bit random.
Alright, come on, surrender.
There we go. Now we're on to... That was a decent civ stage. Now we're on to space stage. And as you can hear, my nerves are really picking up now.
Nerves right now.
And space stage is a pretty rough stage to get nerves on because it's mostly... It's a lot of menuing. There, I skipped the tutorial.
I'm determined to finish this off strongly.
So I have, if you want a more detailed explanation to the space stage route, you should watch my 409 space stage run, which I will link in the description.
2, 3.
There's a new trick where that allows me to zoom out faster. And this part, you have to click between 2 moving dots 150 times as fast as you can. Which is a lot harder than it looks, but I've practiced this quite a bit. Under pressure it's quite hard. And the reason why we do it here is because it costs no energy, so we can get the frequent flyer badge quite easily. And we're actually going to stop at 2 because of the position we picked in the galaxy. We are able to reach the center, which is where we're going, with only interstellar drive 2. And also, since I got adaptable in creature stage, you know, the blue consequence trait,
Okay, we got it done.
that doesn't actually have an effect until space stage, as adaptable makes your spaceship move faster, so that's a bit of time saved there. 2, 3. And I'm also picking a star system that's slightly closer than the one I used for my third 259. Here, I have to get an artifact before I can interact. Oh, and since this is one where I'm
So that's good.
on an alien empire, it doesn't actually give me that cutscene yet.
Used to be a 45k one.
I'm hoping for an artifact that's worth 67,000 or more, as that will give me all the money I need to finish the run. And if I don't have one that's worth that much, I'll have to
What?
get one somewhere else.
Was not expecting a gold there.
Which I'll know where to get. I know where to get artifacts because it's the same every time. It'll be always be in the same star system every time. Every time you do an attempt. Here I've been opening up 2 trade routes, which allows me to buy energy packs, which I absolutely need.
That's a lie. I didn't actually save 30 seconds there.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna lose it this split.
Because I need to get another artifact still. And also, I should also note the Empire locations are the same every time. At the start of the game. At the start of the stage. Where they expand to, I believe, is random, but I always know that there's going to be an Empire here. And I always know that there's going to be an artifact here. Lost a bit of time from that awkward line. And I got really lucky with both these artifacts, as I barely had to look for them at all.
Really close.
You know, rarely do you ever see an artifact that's straight down, but I got that twice, so that's incredibly lucky. Now here I buy more energy packs, exit, immediately go back. Since I unlocked a badge, I'll be able to buy more of them right away. And now I'm off to the center. And so the strategy for the center is you can press Control 1 to use the energy packs, and I never want to run out of energy because then I will move a lot slower and I can start taking damage from the Grox. So the thing about the Grox is you just have to keep moving and then they won't be able to attack you.
Oh, why there?
Yeah, that was an awkward position. Now I have not routed this out to the star. I've suggested that we should route out this Grox run to the very star we click, but we haven't done that yet. Now here, actually, in the world record, I messed up and I didn't use my energy packs quick enough. And here I was better at doing that. And that's it.
World record. Oh, wow.
I'm not going to be adding any more commentary. I'm just going to let the
stressful.
original commentary speak for the rest of this.
And y'all recorded on stream?
And if you liked
Oh,
this
wait,
video,
my wasn't- oh,
make sure to subscribe. That's about it.
okay.
Far-flung siblings. Precious few of them will make it this far. Your heroic efforts have proven you deserving, worthy of advancement to the next level of your
I wanna
existence.
put my Fitbit back on and
The
see
universe you inhabit
how high my heart rate is.
countless worlds unseen but connected.
The adrenaline rush.
Your creative efforts have not
Just
gone
so much.
unnoticed. Indeed, they have spilled into these other unseen worlds, just as your world is being enriched by them. It is now time for you to join us. Join us.
Just gonna put on Discord. Just let them know I got a new world record.
This mysterious voice who knows so much and possesses such great powers. I'm glad you asked.
Alright, well. Those are where my splits at now. I could save... Oh. I can save a bunch of time in travel stage, maybe some in Civ stage, and maybe a little bit in creature stage, but not much anywhere else. Oh yeah, I can also save 15 to 20 seconds in space stage if I got a better artifact.
Oh, one last thing. We are nearly sold out of last phase of a wonderful timeshare opportunity on one of our largest stores. A rare planet eating bonus. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love to have you by for a free breakfast and short salutation. Just look for the third rock from Spore.
I'm bringing up chat right now. Thing is, if I exit and bring up chat, then the audio goes away. I will look at my... I'll look at my history like I always do. And this time it came with all key presses. So, time save off this run. I still know, I think a minute is still... I can still save a minute off this run quite easily in Tribal and Civ. Alright, so yeah, look at this. Look at that space stage. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright, let's go all the way back to the beginning. So here's cell stage. This was a 337 cell stage. Really good cell stage. I mean, the last split was really awesome. Just trying to calm down. My nerves were going off there. And so, yeah, that's the new creature route came in handy. But there's still a lot more the creature route can do, because then, where is it? Somewhere, is it here? Yeah, somewhere around here I actually targeted a dud nest, which means the nest didn't have enough, there weren't enough creatures there to extinct them. And look, I allied 2 rogues on the way. And tribal stage, I did mess up the baby duplication glitch the second time. So there's a bit of time saved there. And maybe a bit of time saved here, and that's about it. Oh, wow. Oh boy. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go respond to chat real quick. 2 rogues. Is that consistent or just lucky? I think it was kind of lucky in this case, but I think I can get 1 pretty consistently. You know, just by chance. Is sub 30 possible? It's possible, but I'm not sure if it's that probable without any good, any new route changes. I know it does say my sum of best is 2544, which I believe isn't actually possible. Was this with the regular plan? This was with a different plan, actually. This was with, hold up. Yeah, I won't save, actually. It was with the, you know, you'll see you'll see in the replay. But I think that's about it. I think I'm going to log off stream now.